choice between this or going back to being a slave, then I choose to fight.
What amazes me is how anyone could have that kind of power and yet keep it hidden all this time.
Hello, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Let's Play Tales of Arise. We are here, we have... Why do we... Oh, derp. I was legitimately like, why do we only have, like, 4 people to talk to? I've talked to one person, it's this person party. Wait! I count as a person?
You don't look so good. You alright?
The floor. It keeps moving. How can you stand it? How can you even stand?
I'm not the best person to ask about discomfort. I can't feel pain, remember?
I still can't believe what happened in Niez. Even now. As a lord, my expectations for Almeidrea were already pretty low. But the way she treated human lives like they're mere playthings.
Yeah. And it wasn't as if the situation in Niez was improving much to begin with.
You mean Deadheim?
The whole reason I started fighting back was because of my anger at the atrocities of Renan rule. Back then, all I had to worry about was fighting the Renans for the sake of the Dahnans. But then I met Shion and the people of Menancia, and things became a lot more complicated. It's even messier now that we have to worry about Dahnans like Deadheim.
It used to be that the Dahnans were the ones in the right, and the Renans were the ones in the wrong. Though, maybe that was just a biased perspective from being on the side of the oppressed.
Exactly. I'll never tolerate the Renans ruling over us. But nothing ever ends up being as black and white as you'd expect it to be either. That's clear to me now.
That said, even putting aside bad apples like Deadheim for a moment, you may be able to free the Dahnan people, but that won't undo 300 years of oppression. It'll be hard for them to not give in to their resentment. I think maybe that's why I clung to our dream so hard back in Menancia.
Even if his motivations weren't pure, Dohalim has a good heart. He didn't sink to the depths Almeidrea did.
You don't understand. I'm saying that it goes deeper than that. This hierarchy we live in, it's not solely something the Renans invented. I remember a story Rinwell once told me. She said before the Renans invaded, we Dahnans had our own class system. We are the ones who divided ourselves. I saw it in Deadheim's eyes. He wanted to rule over others.
To hear Bayfon tell it, Deadheim wasn't always that way.
But as time went on, and he and the Darkwings fought the Renans, he eventually changed. I guess what I'm getting at is, if we defeat the Renans but just go back to the way things were before, was there even any point in fighting?
But that world isn't the one you want to create, right?
Maybe not. But to tell you the truth, these days I'm not so sure that dream is even possible.
You have your promise to Megal, though. Your home and the people of Menancia are depending on you.
I know. My brother. He truly believed in his dream of coexistence. And I suppose, even now, many people still do. And then, there's you.
Who, me?
You and Shion.
I'm not sure I follow.
Okay, then let me spell it out for you. How many other Renans and Dahnans do you know that get on as spectacularly as the two of you?
I don't know that I'd say spectacularly.
Well, I suppose it's really all a matter of how you look at it, isn't it?
I really don't see what you're getting.
I think I'm getting seasick again. Sorry. Can you just give me a wide berth for a few minutes?
Oh, absolutely. Not gonna bother you at all. Totally gonna leave you alone. But that... It's interesting, because I thought Rinwell was the one who had the most to say, because this whole thing about, having to try and forgive Almeidrea is kind of her thing, and it's what we're doing in the plot right now. But that was a really good, conversation. Like, the whole idea of we oppressed ourselves before the Renans ever got here. just because they're the current people on top of the totem pole doesn't make them evil. It just makes them easy to blame. Oh, cool. I can reorient them. Okay. Stop looking at the water. Oh, damn it. She didn't turn around. Well, that makes me feel silly. What do you think about this? You've been seeing a lot of your countrymen. You've been seeing firsthand. I kind of feel like, Dolahim has not really ever taken a lot of time to look at the way the other realms are being run, and was not fully aware of just how bad things were.
Hold that pose long enough and someone might just come along and paint you.
Any artist who'd see fit to paint me needs their eyes tested.
What can you tell me about Almeidrea?
Not as much as you'd probably wish. I only ended up crossing paths with her a handful of times, after I was chosen to be a lord on Lenegis.
Ah, right. I almost forgot about Lenegis. How much do you think they know about what's been going on down here?
It's safe to assume they know everything, though I know not why they choose to remain uninvolved.
Because they get what they want?
Perhaps they see what's been happening as just a part of the ongoing crown contest.
Even what Almeidrea did? Has it really reached the point where her actions are seen as normal?
Not to my knowledge, no. At its core, the crown contest is a competition to see who can amass the most astral energy. And to amass such energy, slaves are needed to collect it from. It's therefore against the Lord's interest to kill them.
So then why would Almeidrea do something like that?
We must remember that time is running out in the crown contest. Perhaps her hand was forced, so to speak. It is a way to accrue astral energy faster and in larger quantities than through slave labor. Doing so kills off that labor force, obviously, but it is a means to an end nonetheless. No one could have foreseen that something like the Hollowing would arise back when the contest was first conceived.
Is becoming the Sovereign of Rena really that important to the Lords?
I mean, not to Dolahim.
Of course. It's the greatest prize one can attain in their eyes. In that respect, at least, I'm really not that surprised that Almeidrea resorted to what she did, as utterly despicable as it is.
It's reassuring to hear you feel the same way I do.
I worry that the only reason I never did anything similar in Menancia was due to my lack of ambition.
If you didn't want to be reminded of your past, you could have just plugged your ears.
You think too highly of me. I'm afraid I must respectfully disagree. I'm not nearly as virtuous of a person as you might wish to believe.
If that's so, would you have been so shaken up when Kisara lost her brother? Why else would you turn your back on your own kind and choose to fight for Miguel's dream? Aren't we just Danans?
A curious choice of words. Did what you see in Mahag Sar hit you that hard?
What Deadheim did to that city, he didn't liberate anyone. Anyone who refused to follow him was an enemy in his eyes. 300 years of Renan rule taught him nothing.
What I have come to understand is that the conflict extends beyond Danan versus Renan. There is an internal quarrel as well. I mean to bring about a true, lasting coexistence in Menancia. But there are more walls we must topple first.
And you don't think you can pull it off?
Well, you seem to think you can, at least.
Does that make us enemies?
Insofar as an exchange of swordplay, no, it doesn't.
Not good enough for you?
Are you really... Forgive me. I will continue to fight by your side a while longer. That much I have decided.
Okay, that started out really well. It got very weird towards the end. I don't fully understand what that was about with the... Are we enemies? It's like, well, obviously not. We're working towards the same goal. The big question is, what the goal ultimately is and who the enemies are. Because, like, Dolahim sees the enemy as anyone that, like, does believe in coexistence. So puts himself against a lot of Riddens, but doesn't see Riddens themselves as the enemy. He thinks he has to change hearts and minds. I feel like that's sort of the same thing that Alvin thinks.
took a look around inside the ship just in case, but I didn't find anything that looked like it might be suspicious.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
You know, it wasn't until I left Calaglia that I finally realized just how big the world is.
When we tore down the wall in Calaglia, and I could finally see the horizon in the far-off distance, I had the exact same thought.
Yeah, somehow the sea is different though. I'm not sure just how to put it. It's almost as if it just goes on forever. I bet my old man would have been blown away by this view.
Yeah.
Ever since he died, I've been thinking about what it was that he was really trying to say to me at the end. I keep going over his words again and again. And heck, maybe I'm just overthinking it all. But still, sometimes I wonder if it could have turned out differently. If there was something I could have done. But no matter how much I play it back, I'm still no closer to finding any answers. And then there's everything with Rinwell. I stopped her from killing Almadria, but was that really the right thing to do? Or did I just end up making things harder for her? I feel like such a screw-up.
You're not the only one. I keep asking myself what Zephyr would have done had he been here. Like I think, how would Zephyr have handled Rinwell?
Yeah, I think he definitely would have stopped her. No doubt about it.
And that's exactly what you did, Law. I think he'd be really proud of you.
Alphen.
Zephyr's not the worst yardstick to measure ourselves against. Let's both do our best to make him proud.
Sounds like a deal. Thanks, Alphen.
Okay. I mean, that was nice. It's not the most epic conversation that I've heard. I do think both of these other three were better than that in terms of what it really said about their characters. But it is still nice to see, you know, both Rinwell and Law are second guessing what they thought was the right thing to do. All right. Lastly,
Lean much further, you'll go overboard.
not even close.
Keeping an eye out for Almadria's ship?
I'm looking at the ocean.
The ocean?
Yeah. The waves. They help me think. This world is filled with natural wonders. The icy air and white peaks of Cyslodia. The lush green glades of Menancia. The harsh wastes of Calaglia. But Menancia has its Lake of Death, and Nias its ruins. And they wouldn't be there if it weren't for that contest.
Say we actually manage to put a stop to the crown contest for good. What do you think will happen between the Dahnans and the Renans then?
You first.
That's not fair. I ask you the question.
Well, I want to believe that the coexistence we saw in Menancia can happen elsewhere too. It's insane for all of us to keep fighting. If Menancia can do it, so can everyone else.
Yeah, I think that would be good too. A world where everyone can get along. At least, that's what I've come to believe.
You sure have changed.
I can't lie to you. Since I was young, I've looked down on the Dahnans too. But I've seen a lot. And I see things differently now. I've seen so many ugly and terrible things in this world. And yet, they didn't come from just the Dahnans. And the good things too. They didn't come from just the Renans. Kindness and cruelty exist on both sides. A person's race doesn't factor into it. So, I guess you're right after all, Alphen. I have changed. You know, I've never actually touched another person like this.
Where do the thorns come from? I feel like we've never really gotten an answer to that.
Ever since I was on Lenegis, I've always been alone. Even after I came to Dana. Always.
And now?
Do you still not remember your past?
No. Sometimes it feels like I can almost remember. But then this mask stops me.
The
What?
mask keeps you from remembering why you have the mask in the first place. It's a little ironic, isn't it?
A little. Well, it won't be long now before you're rid of those thorns, you know? Only 2 lords remain. And once you have their master course, you'll be able to create the Renis Alma, right?
That's a very
Then you
awkward
can-
change of subject.
Shion?
Sorry, it's nothing. Promise. You're right, though. It'll all be over soon. I never could have made it this far on my own. I have everyone to thank for that. Including... especially you, Alphen.
Don't worry about it. We're friends, after all.
Yeah, we are.
Wonder how much longer it's going to be before we can catch up to Almadria. I'll ask Mahavar.
I was like, that's all everyone we had to talk to, so I'm sure that we are at the point of catching up. So you know what? Let's jump a few times and then get to it. So that is recharging our stuff.
Look who's up. Good timing. We're closing in on her stern as we speak.
Oh, that's a fucking ship?
That's
Holy
shit.
wow.
She's huge. Law, go gather the others, will you? Think you'll be able to flank them without getting spotted?
Yeah, with the fog as our ally, I think I might just pull it off. Long as we ain't too noisy, we should be okay.
What'll you do if they catch on to us?
Not much I can do. Ship that size, they'll probably blow us to bits before we ready cannons.
That doesn't seem like that dense fog, in all honesty.
Persistent little things. Evidently, I shouldn't have spared the wretched vermin. Hungry already, my dear? Worry not, for you shall have plenty to feast upon shortly.
I wonder if we're actually not going to fight her, if we just fight her monsters, beat them, and then she's like, oh, I can't, I have nothing to touch with you with. It might be a way that they get away from actually, like,
You managed to get us right up
attacking
the
a
side.
woman. Which I would have a problem if
the
they did,
ship so
but
we can leave as soon as you're done.
Good. Then let's find Almadria.
Shion, I want to thank you. What brought this on? What you said helped to calm me. Don't mention it.
interesting. Okay, that might be a bit bad. That I can't get back to the ship. 3 life bottles right off the port bow. Got some lettuce. Can't go this way. Because when I looked into this room, I saw that little, like, bit of light at the far end, and I was like, oh, can't do this yet. Looks like I have to.
An opponent like this should be easy. Bring him down! Now it's my turn. Take this! You're finished! Water! Gun in your hand! Engaging!
Here's evil! Freeze Lancer!
Take this! It's over!
Lunar corruption!
Too fast! Stand back. I'll trip it up. You're finished! Here I come! It's over! Dance on the wind! Burn! It's over! Final crush!
Searing flame!
Here's the horse! It's over! Here I come! Sword Rain Alpha! Dazzle! Not again! Resonate with the earth!
Okay, that was kind of funny, where he's like, fire the hole, and then he's like, abort! Why is there another growl? They got peach shell from that. What up, guys?
An opponent like this should be easy. I see what it is. It's over.
That may prove a thorn in our side.
That's my cue!
Fire support! Shut him down. It's almost strong. Be my guest. Support. Take this. No escape. Sword Rain Alpha. Be still. Here I come. You're finished.
Now you see what I can do!
My deal.
Dance on the wind!
I'm ready.
Here's evil! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
I know fine weapon material when I see it.
Oh, okay, here you have a casino on this. What's this thing? Is it just me, or does it look like the one we ran into back in Revel? Oh, this is actually made of astral energy. It might be one of Almadria's traps.
Got it!
Maybe I could get rid of it. I'll have to give it a shot. That is so evil. Just to have things you have to have CP to get past? Like, you know CP's at a premium? Yeah. I don't know what that is, and this probably isn't worth it.
I won't forgive you!
Here I come. You're finished.
Your reflexes will not serve you well
You're
here.
finished. It's over. Here we go again. Drag it down. Take this. You're finished. Elusive deity. Lightning thrust. Strike. Drag it down. Rondo.
Into the shadow!
challenge me. Yeah. Prepare to be sealed. Talon Hurricane! Water, hear my call! Thank you. That freaking does it! Glacial Spear!
What? Cat, stop pressing buttons.
Jump for the win! Lightning Strike! I'm not done! Lunar
Out of
Rondo!
the woods, it seems.
Talon Hurricane! In a bind?
Glacial
Take
Spear.
this!
Pierce Evil.
Begin! I'm ready!
Freeze Lens. This one's got your name on it.
Action to action! Looks like we won.
Okay, probably was worth picking up. Oh, and we have a cutscene.
Now that's what I call a ship.
Yeah. The biggest one in all of Mahag Sar. So big that it took years to construct.
For all we know, Kelzelik may well have been smuggling materials to help build it. In which case it would be yet another mistake on my part.
We don't know that she was only getting materials from Menancia.
You think it's possible that they might have come from elsewhere too? Yeah, I guess I could see it.
But what do you think Almadria plans to do from here on out? Now that she's abandoned her realm and sailed out to sea?
She'll be filling her coffers with gold, most likely. Then she'll sit back and enjoy the show as the other lords duke it out. Or something to that effect, at least.
Well, there's only one other lord besides her.
She's strong, yet shrewd, and will stoop to any low. A dangerous one indeed.
She's not the first, and she won't be the last. This is a lord we're talking about, remember?
Sounds like you've made up your mind already.
There was never anything to decide. No one who can smile like that while doing what she did deserves to roam free.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
This might not be the best time, but if you have a minute. That mask of yours, it was shattered by a blow from Balsef when you fought back in Calaglia, correct?
Yeah, thanks for the reminder. I thought it was a goner.
Balsef's brute strength was in a league all its own, yet half the mask remains. It's remarkably durable. Too durable to be Danon in origin.
Oh, interesting.
Shion said the same thing. As if the fact I was wearing it meant there had to be more to me than met the eye.
You recalled your name when the mask broke, I hear.
Yeah, that's right. Although to tell you the truth, I'm a little scared what might happen when I lose the remaining half. Then again, the idea of not doing something because I'm afraid scares me even more. That's why I go on fighting.
Only he who first faces the night catches a glimpse of the dawn.
Come again?
It's nothing. Forget I said anything.
No, you can't do that. That's an illegal beagle.
That went well.
Are you okay? You're not too tired, are you?
Nope, I'm fine. Let's keep moving.
I figured that would be the case. I would rather know than suspect. Okay, so yoink. I am curious where we are in terms of 9 apple shells, 12 peach gels, 4 lemon gels, 4 orange gels, 15 life bottles, a heavy treat.
No choice. Eat this! Try harder!
Here I go.
Dazzle! Burn it out!
You think that shield will save you?
I'll smash you! My shield! Sword Rain Alpha!
Here's a healing
Be
arc.
still!
Glacial Spear. Here's the
It's over! Be still! You're out!
I'll heal you all.
Here I come! I'll finish you! Sword Rain Alpha! Be still!
Get toasty.
Bird strike! It's over! Dazzle! Lunar Rondo! Take this! Eat this!
Glacial Spear. Here's the evil.
Sword Rain Alpha!
fine weapon material when I see it.
Nice. Definitely worth a little trip to the side. But very, very, very elegant staying quarters. I wonder who she was planning on having with her.
Right, here goes! You're mine! I'll smash you! Like steel? It's over! Dragon Shell!
Resin, tell me, have you ever considered your purpose in life?
Watch this! Sword Rain Alpha! Stay still!
Get toasty!
Burn Strike! Elusive Deity! Sword Rain Alpha! Stay still! It's over!
Rinwell! Light Burst Force!
Radiant Genesis!
Oh, I don't think I've seen that one before. I think Radiant Genesis is a first for me.
From losing.
Oh, okay. See, I was planning on losing, but then, you know, Dolheim said that, and I said, well,
Glacial Spear!
Showdown between Blade and Sting! Sword Rain Alpha! Stay still! I'm not done! Lunar Robo! With the earth! Dragon Shell! Take it! I'm ready!
Watch it! I never miss!
You're finished! Sword Rain Alpha! Lightning Thrust! You're done!
Elusive Deity! I'll face you!
Here I come! I'm on! Sword Rain Alpha! Lunar Rondo! No escape!
Can't get out of this!
Don't leave! Blow them away!
Searing Flame! Reload!
I don't know what it is, just have them run forward, right, it's like, ah, and then just immediately dead. Cracks me up. Maybe I'm a bad person. You know, it's entirely possible, but
Let's dispose of the trash.
I can carve through armor! My deal? I won't show you any mercy!
See what happened there as you crossed me. Another incantation ruined.
You're finished!
The enemy wields art too.
You'll soon see about that.
Benediction light.
You're finished!
Being interrupted.
Here's evil!
We're not finished! You're mine! It's over! Lightning Thrust! You're finished! Take this! It's over! Stalagmite! Away! Here I go!
All yours, Kisara.
Lightning! Downfall!
I'm on it! Elusive Deity!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
I do like that ending. The big problem is that the ending doesn't come into play against boss fights, and it makes boss fights feel not as good, if that makes sense. Whoa, hi.
Armor won't save you! Take this! It's over!
They really don't give up, do they?
Sword Rain Alpha!
I'm on
Elusive
top.
Deity! Lunar Rondo! Take this! It's over! Elusive Deity! I'm ready! Still!
Astral Energy!
Say no more.
Mega Ray!
Let me free you of your
Here's a
power.
healing art!
A new melody. I really owe you one.
It's over! Not today! You're mine!
Dance on the wind.
Take this!
I'm in your
Sword Rain Alpha!
This one's mine!
Glimmer Dragon! It's over! Lunar Rondo!
Can't get out of this.
Here I come!
Glacial Spear! Here's
Sword
evil!
Rain Alpha! Hurricane!
Freeze
Glimmer
Lancer!
Dragon! Armor won't save you!
I was trying to get him up to the max thing.
Kisara! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Nice. No scratches on my shield or my armor.
Access
Never
A
seen anything
key?
like it. It's an authentication key. They're quite common.
Maybe where you're from. This is new to me.
It might go in an elevator somewhere.
Yeah, obviously the
Test
thing we
it
couldn't
out.
open. But that's pretty obvious. Nope. It is interesting they've rearranged this, presumably, in order to make it more difficult for us to ascend. I figured, but I'm so not used to the fact it won't list the place that we're actually on as a place. More peach gel? Oh, dang. I was like, maybe I can avoid fighting these, and then, nope.
It's over. First strike. Here I come. It's over. It's a duel of the odds. You're mine. It's over.
Pesky airborne scoundrel.
Sounds like a job for yours truly.
Wields arts
Not
too.
today.
You'll soon see about that.
You're mine. You're finished. Sword Rain Alpha.
Ready. Lunar corruption.
Oh, dang it, I ran out.
In an instant. Impact block. Resonate with the earth. I'm just getting started. It's over.
Okay, that was very fast, actually. I was...
Small, but a victory nonetheless.
We
Oh.
have a long way yet to go.
Oh, there's a dude back there. Could I have avoided fighting that thing if I was fast enough?
Is it too late to talk over our differences?
I'm ready. In an instant. Impact block.
Here's a healing art.
Here I come.
Forgive me.
Sword Rain Alpha. You're mine. It's over. Crush. Sword Rain Alpha. You're mine. This should do it. Anything in armor is over. Time to let it rip. It's over. Begin. Lunarondo. Dohalim.
I'm alright.
Coming through. Ha! Now. Scarlet Inferno.
Radiant Pierce.
Alright, Dolahim is down.
No rest for the wicked.
Water. Hear my call.
You're finished.
Okay. Let's go ahead and peach gel myself back up.
You're mine. Sword Rain Alpha. Try harder. My turn. You'll pay for that. You're mine.
Out of the woods,
Excellent.
it seems.
You're mine. It's over. Here we go again. Behold, the Earth pulse. Tectonic fission. I'll face you. Here I come.
Now we'll go ahead and use one of our orange gels.
This should do it.
Can't move. I have to be able to see.
This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me, you
Got it! I'll leave it to you!
Damn it!
I owe you one. I owe you one. I'm on it! Now I'm in trouble! These sticks have got your name on them! Here we go again! On the wind! I'm just getting started!
I need more Panacea bottles.
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Here's a healing art.
Here I come!
I can't heal you forever.
Sword rain out there!
Flame of fury!
Is this it?
God damn it! Okay, I wanted to go through some life bottles. I didn't want to go through all of them.
I may have bit off more than I could chew.
Doling back up.
Now you see what I can do! You're mine! You're finished! Being interrupted. Begin! Eat this!
Where are you going?
Rip and tear! Sword rain out! Flaming drop! Another incantation ruined. You're finished! Rotating drop! That's what I did. Not my finest. I couldn't make it in time. Stalagmite! Can't move! Far enough!
Yuck.
I'm not done yet!
Glacial spear.
I'm ready! Totally! In an instant! Impact claw!
Jeez. Okay, that cost me way too much.
Knowing when we're in too deep is necessary to survive.
We may tend to push ourselves a little too hard.
That equipment should come in handy.
Looks like some solid equipment.
Got some lemons, which would be awesome, but I would rather have lemon gels. Again, mushrooms, not really what I was hoping to find in here. Not after that freaking fight. All attack plus 15%. That's definitely a thing for Rinwell. Where's the white coat? Okay, it's something for Rinwell. Okay, so real quick, I'm going to go back and pick up my life bottles. I'm a little concerned that they expect me to go through, wait, what? Why are these guys here?
Seriously? Is this a joke? Bring him down! Now! Take this! Go in! I'm going in! Engaging! Its armor's too strong. Split it open! Be my guest! Thank you for Alpha! Living thrust! Piercing rock! Lunar
This is like having to go through these tests again
Got us on the ropes.
Don't
is
forget to
really
heal your
not
wounds.
okay. Wait. Wait. That doesn't full heal anymore? Oh, that sucks. I've been saying these forever because I'm so used to these full healing whenever you do them. Alright, elemental attack. And endurance. This sucks. Okay, you know what? Let me save, and I will see you next time. I'm not sure I'll be able to get through here. I'm gonna do a heckin' try. But it won't let me leave either, and there's 3 life bottles right there, which I definitely want. Okay, that worked. But yeah, I will see you next time. Thank you for being here. You're awesome.